Whoa, it's a stream. Oh my. Hey, it finished. Hello, hello, hello. Scooting over. Hello, 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 and welcome to another One Line of Code. I am One Lion. Napalm needed that today. Oh, dad joke. Dad joke, first thing in the morning from Dukabot. East, two silkworms had a race. They ended up in a tie. Oof. Feels bad for them. Hi everyone. Hi Dukasoft. Hi Napalm. Tell us about your day. What's going on? Why is it rough? We're here for you and stuff. I'm gonna start an import real quick and then we'll start the stream. I am copying over the production data to the test database so that I can do some testing with all of the things that I just recently implemented. That was the RMAD database. Oops, that button doesn't work for this. Going, and gone. Okay. Space bar, edit, enable identity insert. Next. Make sure columns are mapped correctly. If it wants to. Fighting a good. Napalm says that he was fighting a guy on design issues because he is used to working for Microsoft where everything has to be perfect, but we are not Microsoft and we have 4 devs. Quit adding complexity, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, definitely get your point. Work with what you have and try to meet the deadlines without needing to be overcomplicated. Makes sense to me. Okay, that copy over is now running. Wait, what? That's not supposed to happen. And I was supposed to be notified about that. Eight ads? Okay. Is that the first time that's happened? Because I am trying out the ad manager thing. Yeah. Thank you, Turbo. Yeah, like I asked in the previous stream if people had been getting ads during the stream anyway. I think. I'm pretty sure that I asked that because I turned on Ad Manager so that it could automatically schedule the ads. We would be notified about when the ads are happening and then I could snooze them if needed. But they are only supposed to be the pre-roll ad thingies, the ones to turn off pre-roll. And I manually ran the pre-roll, the ad removal thing. Yeah. And so what I have it do is at the very beginning of the stream, it's supposed to do the disable pre-roll ads. But since I do that manually, then it shouldn't do any ads. And then halfway through the stream, after the pre-roll ads finish, it only does a 1.5 minute ad break to disable ads, pre-roll ads for 30 minutes, and then no more ads for the rest of the stream. But if that's not how it's working, I'm just going to turn off the ad manager. Because that's annoying. Okay. All right, until then, until Napalm gets back, we are heading to this screen. No, this screen. Okay. So this is the project that we've been working on stream. It's called the Financial Management Tracker. And what we have done throughout our streaming journey since we started this project is implemented this project, and then after doing the initial implementation, redesigned it using a UI UX kind of role play situational thing. And now we are back to being the UI developer, and we are implementing the design. Oh, TBD, that's so nice of you, but how are we supposed to figure this out? Thank you so much, TBD. You're so nice. So Napalm, I was wondering, have you been getting ads during the stream prior to last Friday? And if so, have they been frequent or not? Because what I was trying to do is set up ad breaks. If there were going to be ad breaks anyway during the stream, I wanted to set them up so that they are non-invasive, so that they're predictable, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for the shout out for TBD Gamer. TBD Gamer is an amazing streamer who works on .NET stuff. You don't think I have seen them often, honestly. So yeah, I should probably just turn off the ad manager, because like it tells me that it has to run an ad at the beginning of the stream, but it doesn't start the ad at the beginning of the stream. I gave it 3 minutes, and it's only supposed to wait 1 minute before running the first ad break. And I gave it 3 minutes before I manually started the ad break myself, so that I can disable pre-rolls, so that as people are getting here first thing at the beginning of the stream, they don't have to worry about getting faced with ads. And then halfway through the stream, I was going to have it do another minute and a half. Hello, Full Snubble. Yeah, that's crazy. That's not supposed to happen. Pre-rolls are disabled. And hello, Goku Jax. While I'm looking at my creator dashboard ad thingy, here is a shout out, or a clip for TBD Gamer.
Measure of success is how far we get, and so far, if I'm being honest, the success has been high, because even though we haven't achieved a lot of functionality in this application specifically, we've created a lot of talking points. We've learned a lot as we've gone along. We've been able to explore ideas and concepts that we might not have explained or
No, cut them off. Disable pre-roll ads when I run ads. Pre-roll notifications. Enable dashboard notifications and be alerted when pre-roll ads are enabled or disabled. Enable stream display ads on my channel. What are stream display ads? SDAs are 15-second video ads that appear on channels before or during a live stream. Viewers are able to see and hear creators while these ads are displayed. We can do without that. That doesn't sound necessary at all. If you disable this setting, you will not generate any ad revenue. Oh no! Okay. Zaid says hi. Hello, Zaid. Hello, Goku Jax. Did I already say hi? Hopefully I said hi. I saw you come in. Okay. Upcoming ad break notification. It's supposed to notify. Oh, it's supposed to notify. So weird. I know that I put a check mark in this box. Notify me 1 minute. And then start delay. This is how long Ads Manager will wait after the broadcast starts before starting to run scheduled mid-rolls. 1 minute delay. So it's supposed to have an ad break right at the beginning of the stream to disable pre-roll ads, and then at an hour in. Okay. Well, hopefully I've learned my lesson and I'll be able to catch it next time and get a notification too. But anyway, moving on. So back to the stream project. The stream project that we're working on is open source. You can see it on the GitHub. I hope Automated Realms did the thing. I did. But just in case you missed it, here it is on GitHub. Feel free to contribute to it if you so desire. What we are doing now is taking this redesigned UI that we spent, I don't know, 700 weeks redesigning and applying it to the existing UI. Don't need that open anymore. I said close. And so we are well on our way to applying this new UI. So let me get, the app is already running. Where is my window? You there? Nope. How many tabs? How many windows? How many? How many? Okay, here's the app. Is Napalm on vacation? Napalm is in the midst of needing to strongly encourage his coworkers to also be on board with not trying to overcomplicate their systems. Okay, this is what the app currently looks like because we have put all of the content on here except for, oh man, except for the footer content that we are now needing to do. You can tell this was on a screen with a much, much higher resolution. So we're going to add footer content. I'm going to get this thing out of here. We got functionality for it last time. I said we got functionality for it last time where we were creating this kind of accordion list type function that was working. I thought you said you were running. Whatever. We got it working on Wednesday and a little bit on Friday. Snobble wants to talk about CrowdStrike. So if anyone has any stories they want to share about what happened during the CrowdStrike temporary outage, feel free to share. I'll read it out for you. I wasn't really affected by it much, actually at all. So I have no stories. Why do I keep doing this? Index. Get rid of the accordion list. Dude, where's my... Hey, editor, are you going to catch up with us? Did things get turned off or what? There you go. That was very odd, dear Sir or Madman. And now you aren't giving me my Razor syntax highlighting. Oh my gosh. I think I might need to restart Visual Studio real quick. Okay, got rid of the list, the accordion list demo. Snobble says, we did use CrowdStrike at my previous place, but we didn't have to install on our cluster because they couldn't figure out the licensing. And Napalm says, nada here. But hi, Zaid. I hope you're doing well. I hope I greeted you. I hope you're doing well and that things are going well at your job, at your work. I haven't heard from you lately, so I hope that means things are going well and not broken. What happened to my syntax highlighting? Dabbit. Rabbit dabble. And Dukesoft says, nope, also on vacation. You are? That's nice. I don't want to share his story for him, but I'll just say Deflux was affected by the CrowdStrike thing. And then I'll let him tell his story whenever he's back around. Okay, footer content is what we're trying to add. Actually, what I'm trying to do is get Visual Studio to give me some IntelliSense and syntax highlighting. But you said that this was at your previous workplace, right? So that means that you weren't actually affected by it? Just the people at your previous workplace. Come on. Come on. Parse. Roslyn. Oi. Oi. Dang it. Yay. This is looking good. We got some C# syntax highlighting. How about some component? Yay. Oh, thank goodness. We don't care about security at my current place. Footer is right here. Let's see what information we can slap into our footer real quick, and then we will style everything today. Like everything, it's going to be 100% complete by the end of today. We're going to have the entire design. No, I have no idea how long this is going to take. Open here. Okay. This was the most recent browser window. Open here. Please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Oh, okay. We is my. Nobody asked, but I think my 4096 bytes game is done for the competition now. Awesome. Very cool. You know that we have places to share on our Discord and Friday community days. I am willing to look at it today if you are needing it to be seen today. After the competition is done. Wouldn't want spoilers. I want to see it. Okay, footer. Where am I? Footer. What does the footer look like? Oh yeah, we were trying to get the logo. So what I've been trying to do is experience Figma as a developer who doesn't know very much about design or design tools. And the company, or the it's not even the company, the designer that the client hired loved to use Figma. Just watch our videos from starting, I don't know, like I said, 600 or 700 weeks ago. And you'll see us working in Figma as the UI designer. But they handed us access to this Figma file, and they gave it to us with dev mode. And so we are accessing it using dev mode, and I'm trying to figure out how we can work with this in dev mode to get all of the graphics, all of the styles that we need. And here we're looking at the Automated Realms logo, and I tried to copy it the same way that I copied the images, but it's being very, very weird. Very, very weird. So I don't really know how to get the icon other than going to the actual icon itself. Thank you, Dukebot. Bye. And we don't need this message. Okay, so hopefully we can take the logo from here and it'll work. Right click, copy as ping, go to our fancy image editing program. Bam. Whoa, that is massive. Holy monkeys. 2125 by 2371. Oh, you got fully banned. Dang. You better think twice before coming up in here with that mess. Automated Realms logo Largo. You know what? I really do want this as a SVG though. Really, really would prefer this as an SVG. So let's go to our other fancy schmancy image editing program. Close this, close this, close this. Okay, fancy image editing program for SVGs. And yeah, it gave me the PNG, or not PNG, the base 64. I guess it is PNG, the base 64 encoding for that, which is really odd because this is definitely SVG. Aren't you? You're kind of acting like you're an image. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I would really like the SVG version of this though. I'm gonna ask the welcome back TBD. I mean, I guess welcome for the first time because you weren't here yet. But anyway, hi TBD gamer. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Actually, hi. I don't really want the PNG version of this. I'm gonna call the developer, the designer real quick. We are the developer, and see if they have the original SVG for this that we can use. Yes, hello, UI designer. Could this be an email? What the fuck are you calling me for? I'm sorry to bother you, but can I spit it out, man? Can I have the SVGs for the logo? Do you own the rights? No, but we have, I mean, the client owns it and they want us to use the logo. Hold on, let me check with them to see if it's okay. I'm working for them right now. Okay. Moving on. Better goodie. Icons. No, where is it? Does anyone remember where I put these? Designer seems like a bit of a dick, if you ask me. Team player. Right. He just sounded tired. I'll forgive him. Good grief, where is this? I always, like, I put it in a location that I would remember. So that it would be easy for me to get back to. And when I find it, it's like, yes, that is the right place for this. Why do I keep forgetting? Image projects, automated realms, icons from the designer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I got an email back from the designer and they gave me a bunch of files, bunch of them. No explanation on what sizes, how to use them, nothing. But whatever, we got it. That's cool. It's very nice of them to provide these images for us. Much appreciated. So let's go ahead and add them into here. And we're going to add them as static assets. And I'm going to make some new SVGs. Actually, I'm just going to copy pasta. It's still weird though. Last time I didn't open Visual Studio as admin, but it didn't let me drag and drop files. It was very, very weird, but now we're good. Now we're good. Do I have the SVG viewer extension? I sure do. Cool. So we can see that. Good. Oh, I hope these don't appear weird in actual context. Oh, those are actually only... Wait, no, they say colored. Anyway, this last one looks good. This remake. I'm gonna get rid of this one. And do you have a remake of the one with a shadow? Dear sir or madam? Oh, did you finish? You did. You did finish. Okay. So import is complete. Close that. Go here, select you, turn on triggers and turn on check constraint. And we're done. So as I said before, what I was doing just before the, actually about 30 minutes before the start of the stream, and I thought it would be finished by the time I started the stream, was copying the production data over to the test database so that I have more recent information to work with. So that when I'm testing out all of the filtering and all of that stuff, then it's more realistic, I guess. Okay. How do I get these two together? So I want a combination of the shadow from this one. And again, I know how all of this stuff works, by the way. Just remember that I'm role-playing a UI developer and I'm getting assets from a designer. So I already have this SVG somewhere. with the shadow, with the coloring all working correctly. You can see the file. Yeah, let me put this back in that other folder. Does anyone know where that folder was for this project? Be nice. I'm pretty sure I put it in the project repo. Images. Yes, perfect. Okay, so isn't there like a... Nope. Navigation pane goes away. And details pane goes away. There. Okay. So these are the files and they look correct in the preview here, but when I pull them into here and I'm getting the preview in Visual Studio, it's not showing correctly, the one with the shadow at least, but the one without the shadow looks fine. It looks colored nice and clean. So I don't know what's going on there, except that as the UI developer that has some knowledge of UI working with images and stuff, I see that all of these styles are being provided by, or all of the coloring and stuff are being provided by styles instead of the way that this one is, where they're just in line. So what I think I would want to do is to take the shadow, which would be this, right? It wasn't that. Oh, you? Yeah, there it is. Okay. I don't know. I don't want to mess with that too much. Let's just see what it looks like in the actual code. So what we're going to do for now is print it out in an image element and see it as is. We want this asset colored, which I'm going to rename these to AR icon with shadow. And this one's going to be AR icon no shadow. We're going to see what these look like. So back on the main page, we're going to have this first section. And it's going to be image cert underscore content finance. Hey, that is pretty close. That was not bad. And then we have the automated realms. Thank you for reminding me that we are using localizations. So let's add an entry into our localization dictionary. If it's even open, doesn't look like it. So focus down there. Shared localizations, resources, localizations dictionary, pasta, a automated realms logo, or petals spiraling around a central point. No idea. I'm gonna need to come up with a better description of what the Automated Realms logo actually is. Maybe I'll ask the client, since they're the ones who own the logo, which is me, of course. So now that I've saved this, we should be able to get this. And there it is. Save that. Let's see what it looks like on the page. It looks like a whole lot of nothing. Do I need to rebuild? Yep. How is adding content? Oh, I guess, right, I added static files. Never mind. Just kidding. But I bet you it was still a rude edit, adding the section here, an image, which is really annoying if it was. Ooh, pretty! Look at how small. Let's just give you how rude. Let's just give you a width of 250 for now. Yay, hot reload did work. Yeah, and so here's one of the reasons that I might not want to use the SVG, and it has to do with anti-aliasing. One of the things we could do to improve that is to have the shading. What is it called? There's a an attribute that we can add to the paths, or maybe to the whole gosh, words to the SVG element that makes it render smooth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the stuff that I've already done, because you can see here that it's much smoother. This is the exact same logo, and I'm gonna find out what exactly I did for this. And shape rendering geometric precision was one of the things. Get rid of this fixed width and height. And that one and this one. The only thing I care about is having that view box. Okay, what do you look like now? Still the same. Interesting. I was actually expecting that to work. Maybe it didn't redeploy the asset, so I have to actually stop and restart. Nope, still not. Still swims. Okay, what if we use the other one? Maybe that one is just better. And then if anything, we'll just steal it from the Automated Realms site directly. With the client's permission, of course. So it's not really stealing, is it? Yeah, much smoother, much cleaner. Does that mean that we'll have to make our own shadow? Because I'm pretty sure in my development version of the site, I have a toggle for the shadow that I can turn on and off. So yeah, we're gonna grab that code and assets because it looks good. rendering context. Why do I have that open? Oh, because, oh, yeah. So the whole particles and stuff. That is pretty much Blazor. For the most part. I mean, there's some CSS, or there's a little bit of JavaScript in there if I remember correctly. But I wanted to do as much of it as I could with C#. And so I looked up some rendering context tutorial stuff. It was fun. And it's nice and smooth. So tell me about the logo, porfa. It's a logo component. Cool. So we are going to take this entire logo component and use it in this project as well. Got quiet over there. Didn't accidentally mute you, did I? No. Everyone still has some volume. Components. Did I actually have a separate shared components? I do. These shared components are intended to be split out into their own library. The Automated Realms logo is specific to this project, therefore I am not going to put the Automated Realms logo in the shared components library. Got it. Good thinking. All right, what did I call this thing? Logo components, and then I'll just grab all those files. Actually, you know what? Except that you have some C# stuff. That'll still be fine. Open folder. And watch as the magic happens. We're going to take the logo components, move them directly under the project. And the reason that I'm doing this instead of putting them directly under the components folder is because now when I move them into the components folder, Visual Studio will say, you're moving these. Do you want to rename space them? And I say yes. And now all of the C# files are being rename spaced. And so the .razor file, the code behind, are going to have the right namespaces. And let's see, something that I want to get rid of for this is the particle effect that some clever person was trying to do on this site. To like, what's supposed to happen, the idea behind this is if you click around enough, and I have developed the site enough, you would be able to start accumulating enough energy to open a portal that will display some of the future content that will be coming in. Thanks to Kazoft. Big shout out to Big Amy. Big Amy is a wonderful game developer, currently working on a racing game against himself. I mean, where you can race against yourself, called Can You Beat You? I mean, Can You Beat You? Can I beat you? Can You Beat You? Where you go around the track once, try to get a good time, and then as soon as you pass the starting line, you're starting a race against your previous run, but it's not just a ghost car, you know, like showing you how you did last time. It's actually going to be another physical car or vehicle or whatever racing genre it happens to be, because there's going to be multiples. And it looks really fun. So feel free to hang out on his stream too, also, as well as. Cool. So I don't want any of the spawner stuff. So we're going to gut that. No particles. We don't have to worry about centers, no particles. With that, we don't need any JavaScript interrupt. So yes, there is JavaScript interrupt to do the particle stuff, apparently. So we're getting rid of that. We don't need the particle spanner. We do want the logo SVG in case there's stuff we need to do with it. Since we don't have any actual logic in the on after render, getting rid of that, getting rid of the spawner timer. These are the particles, getting their starting positions, and then they get animated. Once they reach 0, then they destroy themselves. This is the listener for when you click to start a pointer, and then there was going to be some mouse tracking. Not tracking as in, you know, I'm watching your movements, you better not be doing anything weird, but more like, let's have some interactive animation type stuff. But yeah, you can definitely see the ideas behind where this is going and what I wanted to accomplish with it. I do, the one that was most fun was deciding, so like if I click in the same spot, you'll see that some of the particles start behind the SVG and some start in front of the SVG, in front of. And really they're all at the same Z index. It just depends on whether it's on the layer behind or the layer in front, which is random. And then all it does is it changes its size so that if it was smaller than the target size, then it's going to be behind, and then it'll grow in size as it moves towards the center. And then if it was larger than the target size, then it starts in front and then just shrinks. It's a lot of fun to think about and get working. And then of course you can see that the opacity is different. Colors could be different if I wanted to. And then I also wanted a swirling motion in the middle eventually, which I started doing in Unity, but then I got hung up on shader graph and all of the fun things. Okay, so we're keeping that. We're getting rid of this. These are all parameters that we need and care about. So now let's go to the actual.razor. That's weird. We have all of the logic needed for the particles. Anyway, we don't want the particles in this one. This is a formal professional application that we don't want this playful animation stuff with that I want, or that the client wants on their main site. I'm not the client. I'm currently the developer. Okay. What stuff doesn't exist anymore? We have ID. Good. We have logo type. We have image source. Yeah, so logo type should be coming from here, but you are in that namespace. You just need a rebuild. So let's stop. Where are my handlers? Event listeners, please. Spawn particle. Okay, we don't need these at all because we are not going to be spawning particles. Hell, spawn. Same thing here, particle spawner we don't need at all. And then the particle layer. Why is the shadow in the particle layer? Shouldn't be. So shadow, particles back we don't need. These are the gradients. Okay, so that should be everything that we needed to clean up. The only other thing we need are the assets and to fix the this, because this is now Fine Blazor UI. And images, plural. And we need these names. which is this one. Up one. www root image. Oh wow. Are you using all of these? Get rid of mine. I think he had one too many W's. No, it's www root. Okay. I think we are done. Let's see if we can get this to compile. This kid, he thinks he's funny, but he's not. It didn't update my namespaces. I was all raving about how Visual Studio would update my namespaces for me, and it didn't. Should have used Writer. Man, you guys are slow. You could have said that so long ago. But you were being kind to me. Thank you so much for your kindness. Okay, everything looks to be good. No errors. Let's do a build. Gotta keep my eye on chat because it's supposed to let me know when there's an advert coming, and that should be in about 7-ish minutes when it notifies me. Just goes without saying these days. You even said it for us. Hush you. Quit being right. Hello, Sally the Goose. How are you doing on this fantastic... What is today? Monday? Monday. Something really fun happened on Friday. I think it was Friday. We found a video of someone using Suno to write a song about a specific Enneagram type. And we're like, that sounds fun. That looks like a lot of fun. Let's try it. So we had a conversation with Gemini about Enneagram types, and I was asking about a specific type, and I was like, so what does an unhealthy 135 self-pres social 1-wing-9 look like? And it gave me a description of what an unhealthy 135, or actually 153 1-wing-9 self-pres social Enneagram person might look like, how they might present. And it was pretty spot on, being that specific type and having a lot of those negative traits myself. And so I'm like, you know what? Write some lyrics for a song talking about an unhealthy 153 Enneagram 1-wing-9 self-pres social. And so it did. And that song roasted me hard. Oh man. So I'm probably going to post it to Discord for anyone that is remotely interested in it. But oh my gosh, it was so spot on. And it hurt. It hurt my ego. Oh, Alt, you are going to be shared. Blazor service dot automated realm logo alt text. Okay, let's see if this actually works now in our index. Did it roast you harder than Sedlic's bat? It most certainly did. It was really good. Bad. Really bad is what I said. Is it still in my clipboard? No, it's not in my clipboard. Man, I was rolling the whole time. I'm like, that is so me. Quit making fun of me. Quit pointing out all of the things that I'm actually doing. And oh. Give me this namespace so that we can use this anywhere in this project. Imports at choosing using statement. When did I type statement? I did not type statement. But hello, Thindle. Shout out to Thindle, who is another fantastic .NET developer, application developer working on modernizing an e-commerce application. So he is working a lot with legacy code that is being modernized, being brought up to today's standards. Oh, I did forget to mention about TBD though. The thing that I love, well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about his stream that's great and really cool to be around. But one of the things that I love the most about his stream are all of the technologies that he's using. And he's putting them together in a way that's like, whoa, you actually know what you're doing. Maybe I should watch a little closer and learn a little bit about Kafka, learn a little bit about all of the other ones that I can't name off the top of my head. GraphQL. We will forgive him for being an Angular dev and using Angular for his UI because, you know, he's able to make fun of Blazor. And who knows what wait, who knows what they're doing? Was that the inflection? Or was it more who knows what they're doing? Anyway, you know what you're doing. Thindle knows what he's doing. Check out Thindle's stream. I guess I should say TBD streams are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern time when he is able to stream. This morning he wasn't able to, unfortunately. Sad to miss your stream, but when he does stream, great times there. Eastern time is UTC -4 currently. Thindle streams on Tuesdays at what time, Thindle? 2000? 1600? 1630? 1530. 1630. One of them. European Standard Time UTC +1. I don't know what time it is for you. He streams it now. Thindle time. So there you go. Right now it's 11:30 Mountain Time, which is UTC -6. Yeah. So Tuesdays at right now. I thought it was cool. I still want to print out the actual offset so that people can see the offset, but that requires editing the code, and I don't remember how to deploy my bot. So the bot's kind of stuck how it is until we remake it, and then I'll learn how to deploy it again. Oh, anyway, look, this is still not the updated picture. Great! Because the app isn't running. Oh. I love this standing mat. It has two little things that feel like racquetballs on the sides that are really, really good for the arches. Well, at least they feel good on the arches. I don't know if they're good for the arches. And then it's got a ribbed roller on the back that doesn't actually roll, it's just rounded. trying to figure out, this is Napalm, by the way. I'm trying to figure out what our DevOps team did because they wrap everything in this custom tool for some godforsaken reason. We have a lot of tools at the place that I used to work at. We had a couple of tools that were like, why are you remaking the internet? And it's because it's very specific to this project and to our needs, but it's not, is it? Is it? You could just as easily.
We don't need to print the internet.
Exactly, Dukasoft. Content do not copy. Oh, it does need to be copied though, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Not according to everything else that I'm currently using.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I have a better feeling about this. Ooh. Oh, because it was... What? Thindle Stuff Generator, why are you holding up the processes? The app has been stopped for some time now. Where's my resource? Where is my resource? And where's this quotation mark coming from? Apparently I didn't save index.razor. How many times can a person in their life blame Visual Studio, blame code, blame the computer for something that would happen if they just hit save in a file? All right, there we go. We have our logo with nice anti-aliasing. These nice crisp edges on it. No white pokey throughs, no weirdness. Very nice. Very, very nice. Someone must have lit a weird candle. All right. So we're good to go as far as the image is concerned. We now have SVG, PNG, except that it's always using the PNG. Previous developer, what are you doing? Can we turn the shadow on and off? Can we change the color of the shadow is what I want to know. Show shadow, shadow color equals, and are you an actual C# color? String. Okay, maybe it'll take RGBA and we can use something like 244, 244, 234.2. What do you say? It worked. It worked. If you moved out of the way, we could see it happen immediately. So let's make this pretty red. Or not red, teal. Teal. Awesome. So it's changing immediately. We can control the color of the shadow. I don't remember what else we can control the color of. I think only the shadow. We can tell the shadow whether to show or not. We can change its size. 6. Yeah, let's see what happens if it's at its default size. That's a nice size. I like that size. Okay, then the other thing that I want here is the text for automated realms. As you can see here, it is actual text. And I want it to look exactly like the designer's design because it's a really good design. Good job, designer. So what text font are you using? We don't know that either. We don't know anything. Good job, designer. He was pretty rude to us earlier, though. I don't know if you caught that. Okay, this looks like it has text. Did I just move that somehow? No, I just moved the screen. Okay, so that logo, is it going to line up properly with the text to the right? So do you think it doesn't look lined up very good the way the designer has it? Because we can take it back to them and say we don't like how it's lined up. It doesn't look good. I'm not sure how receptive they're going to be, but if they don't know, they don't know. Hi, Mojo. They are using Font Family, anyone? I don't know if I'm picky, but it seems too high and not spaced with those columns properly. Okay, properly. That might be. We can definitely look at it. I'm absolutely open to it. So there's definitely a padding above the text here in these sections. Let's talk to the designer again and just see if he can show it to us. What do you want? Can you show us what this would look like if the top of the logo was in line with the top of the, I guess. So what I what I think he was trying to do, why are you talking about me like I'm not here? Can you tell them what you were trying to do with this then? Well, so I was thinking that maybe the text here should be in line with the center of, you know, the logo. But then when I actually centered it vertically, it looked off. So what I did instead was I just moved it like 16 pixels down, like one font size down from the top. And can you speak up? I don't know if they can hear you. Look, I'm telling you what I did, okay? I don't have to do this. I'm talking about that's kind of like, do I have some kind of subconscious subconscious feeling against designers that's like all designers have this pretentious air about them? Add more links. What kind of links though? I have no idea what to put in here, but there should be a lot more links here. You're right. Like support, even though we have a contact us. Hey, Mr. Designer, stop deleting the project. But anyway, were you able to see that, TBD? And if you aren't, that's completely okay. But this is what it looks like without a padding on top. To where the top of the text is lined up with the top of the logo. I don't really have an eye for this either, so I don't know if this looks better or worse. And I'm good with either way. I don't actually have a sitemap, but I know that there are sitemap generators once we create all of the content that can give me a sitemap. So I don't know if you were here for this, Mojo, but Napalm was talking about how there are some things he's discussing with some teammates at his job, and his teammate is used to working at Microsoft or a large company, and they're only a team of 4 developers, and the other person is trying to introduce all of this complexity that they don't need for their app for the sake of adding complexity, it seems like. Let's make one of those old-timey web rings. Web ring. You mean like the carousel that actually goes around. I linked to you, you linked to me, of course. But anyway, TBD Gamer decided to say no comment. Does anyone have any preferences as to whether or not this looks better without the top padding and the top of this text is in line with the top of the logo? Compared to, actually, can I just have them side by side or on top of each other, I guess? Can I have this background too? Oh geez, nope, sure can't. Where's this background? Footer background. Komodo dragon. Okay, so we should be able to show both of them side by side. Side by side. Whoops. Played the fifth. Okay, so does one look better than the other? This one has the text lined up with the top of the logo, and this one has the top of the logo and then some padding before the first link in the text. He doesn't understand, you ain't gonna need it. When it's responsive, it looks like this. But why are you asking about that when I'm asking about this? Primarily focused on DevOps and non-coding things. Hello, Gilgamesh. The answer is I don't know of any. Like, I know of resources that will tell you some patterns you can follow for architecture and for doing DevOps and for stuff like that, but not any actual courses for it. Actually a pretty good way to wreck your competition, set up blogs that just do what looks like paid posts and link to your competitor. I think I get it, but I don't. As it all moves together, so on large screens, the left will look weird. So you think that when it moves from a horizontal orientation to this kind of stacked orientation, the actual breakpoint responsiveness will look weird? Is that what you're saying? Make Google think they're buying links. Oh, okay. From unrelated blogs. Time to create one on Udemy. I'll be your first student. I wouldn't be the one to teach DevOps. Like, I have my own process and I like my process. I think it's worth other people following this type of process, but I don't know that it follows any official researched. These are actually the best approaches for scaling in teams. So it can apply to small teams and it can apply to large teams. My stuff is really, this is what I have learned might be good if I was on a team. And then while I was on a team, I saw the things that didn't work and I don't do those things. I do other approaches. DevOps, yeehaw. Whoop de whoop. I see you spinning your lasso. Okay, so the reason that it's relevant is because when we go to responsive mode, the links on the right side move as a unit. The left side, which is just the logo, is the one that gets stacked on top of the two right side, as opposed to something more like everything gets stacked. I actually think that by designing the two extremes, small screen and large screen, you can then add breakpoints between. This is true, but the part of the UI that I'm asking about is whether in this view here, having the padding above the link list is weird, if it looks weird, or if having the link list align with the top of the logo looks better. You're switching to Arc Linux. President Usher says, I always encountered a team called DevOps, which was really just an ops team. The devs weren't involved until my current position. I mean, I'm just wondering if anyone does have an opinion on which one looks better, because we can do either, and we can do it after we've put it into the page. Doesn't matter. We can even reorganize it if it just doesn't look good at all. But the designer created this, and they were showing this to us, and they were giving us the options that we were asking about. The orange was grid line thindle, so that we could see it. I want to say the left side, but I don't. Oh, this is what you mean by left and right. Oh man, I thought you were talking about the left side of the footer. So this would be the left side. This is the right side, not this is the. Oh my gosh. I apologize for any inconvenience that may have caused you. However, I'm still learning how to logic. Anyway, so you think what you're trying to say is the left side, but I don't think the left side will look good when the screen is much larger. Okay, so that looks like this. So this is the left side with the padding. I don't know if the tagline should be localized or not. So on your original question, normal screens, top padding left container, on ultra wide, try going horizontal with the links and use up more space. Maybe make it shorter vertically. Okay, and what does that do to the logo? So I definitely see the possibility for that. Take me to the component for the footer, please. So here's an ultra wide screen. Here is the side links. Why can't I change your auto layout? Because links are their own component too. Wait, what? Aren't you your own? Oh, because that is an instance. I need to detach instance. Okay, so horizontal. Horizontal. Oh, Big Game is looking for more sound effects. Okay, so for the logo, are you currently good? Ungroup. Just ungroup everything and let me place stuff wherever I want. Including you, frame one. Okay. So here's our social links. Here's our contact us about blah, blah, blah. You guys can now be laid out. Auto. Somewhere up here. And then this goes left. This goes next to it. So there is an actual orientation. Where do I have that? Here. Yeah. So this is what it's supposed to look like if it's going to be in horizontal orientation. No, me either. Like, I'm also doing that. It's just I had it in an arrangement that I thought was okay, and then it didn't look okay. So I was wondering, what can I learn from this? What might be not looking correct about it, if you can even pinpoint it. Because if I start off with saying something is wrong with this, we're gonna find something wrong with it, for sure. Wrong button. I don't know what I was trying to say. I was trying to say warriors. Okay. People tend to like my work, but I've never been satisfied with my own work. I also don't know if I'd keep the names of the social media on ultra wide or just ever. Okay, we'll talk about that later then. because this is where like this is how scope creep happens. It's like we were designing and we had a lot of situations where we could have come up with these design choices, and we didn't during that time. So now we're implementing it, and that's when we're deciding to try to fix the design. It's like designer gave us these files, so we want to work with them. Because I wasn't here. Okay, but yes, I mean, we can definitely consider having them on and or off. So I'll add some notes. Again, as the UI developer. So the text underneath the logo. Yeah, the issue is that the text underneath was intended to be for when it gets squished. And then the text to the right, which I wouldn't have a clue how to get this thing to cooperate with me, because I'm not a UI designer. We'd have to talk to the UI designer for that. I think we might group this and then tell this thing to be auto layout and then lay it out horizontally and move this bottom somehow. Padding of some sort. Nope, padding. We put the padding on the text itself. So yeah, on the wider screens, definitely the horizontal orientation of the logo would work. For the narrower screens, the vertical orientation. And go ahead and ask, Jamie. Feel free. My reasoning for the social media logos: when you have more links to add on the left column, the links will feel imbalanced. Okay, cool. Good reasoning. I'll see what all this changes, and we'll see if the designer is okay with that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So what we're gonna do is make some notes, and we do that by I have no idea how to add a comment. For ultra wide down to large desktop, perhaps we make the links horizontal, send, and then another comment. Maybe we remove these social media app names and keep only the logos. Question, man? Okay, so we as the UI developers have sent feedback to the designer, and designer's probably just gonna be like, this mother doesn't stay in your lane. Crap. Did anyone get an ad, by the way? It hasn't told me that an ad is supposed to roll yet. Did you see the new BenQ developer monitors? Oh, and also Jamie, we did respond to your question on, what was it, 2 Fridays ago? We were in the middle of another discussion, but we did answer and we did respond to it pretty much as a group. So if you want, you can check the VOD from 2 Fridays ago if you have time. I can find the exact timestamp for you if you want. Thank you, Dukasoft. My channel. Your channel. I have no idea what they did. Oh, right. Okay, so which part of that were you looking at? The actual landing page. Oops, we're still in comments. Let's go to this. So what they did is they picked ultra wide screen monitor, and then they just made it as high as the content needed to be. And then large desktop, medium desktop, mobile. So the width on these are the thing to go by, not the heights. Playlists. And it would have been in the Blazor bot from... Why is day 14 after day 1? What in the squirrel? How are you sorted? What? Oh, no, we're in S02. But still, I have no idea how that was sorted. That was very weird. This would have been day 19. Let's see if it generated a transcript for us. It did. Jamie. Do you know how to spell Jamie? Do you remember what your question was about, Jamie? Do you remember what Jamie's question was about, TBD? Yeah, what are you trying today, Dukasoft? Ramor. Mr. Anhorn, as TBD calls him. There. Jamie is how it spelled your name. Okay. So this was about competitive edge in the software development industry. So somewhere around 1.5 hours in. We did touch back on it a couple of times. Edge. Yeah, starting at 1 hour and 3 minutes. Whoops. Dude, that's bright. Yeah, we'll start here. I remember that form. Share. Start at. Okay, so Jamie, if you want, start here, and then you can definitely bring up the question again. Comments? No. It's a form of magic. That was a really good one, Dukasoft. I like that. Okay, let's just put the content on here. We can make some more decisions about the actual design, but it was good to bring up, and I'm glad I made a note on it. I'm still gonna do it per the developers thing, but I'm doing it in a way where the structure, we can move the title text around as a unit. And we could even leave it like this and just do a grid if we wanted to. So section, class, logo wrapper. Although is logo wrapper, yeah. AR logo wrapper. Hello, Tobias. Are you Tobias that I knew in college from 2000? That was a long time ago. Because, you know, anyone named Tobias has to be that Tobias. Anyway, I hope you're having a great Monday. Sounds like it's close to the end of your Monday. Tukasoft greeted you twice. I mean, Dukabot greeted you once. Tukasoft greeted you the second time. I have some drone footage to show on Twitch. You're actually going to stream? Oh, that's gonna be good. I have notifications turned on. No, except if he's from Europe and 30 maybe. He's definitely from Europe, but he would be 40, mid 40s, I would say, by now. He pretty much taught me Java in university. I did not understand a lick of it. He gave me some of his time, but was like, you're gonna have to figure a lot of this stuff out. Enhancing life through automation. Okay, so as you can see, I am not using localized text here because this is the actual company name and company tagline. So I don't think that those get localized. I don't know for sure. Maybe we could localize the tagline, but I don't know if it would make sense in every language. But welcome in all the same, Tobias. This will be the app links, app page links. And there's going to be a sitemap. So nice to see you still do Blazor. So you've been here before. You've been here before, but it says that this was your first time chatting. Stream notes. Oh, Tequila Tobs! Awesome. Awesome. Very cool. And yes, I will be doing Blazor until the day that we're no longer allowed to do software development. Okay, Jamie's question was 40 minutes and 25 seconds into the VOD. And I think it took a long time for us to answer. Yeah, so we answered it in segments. We started answering it and then got onto another topic and then answered it some more and then got onto another topic and then answered it fully. Goes to the end. And I did feel real bad that we didn't address your question as soon as you typed it. I didn't see it until later. And I want to get better at that and at least say, I see your question. We'll put it on the board. Let's talk about it. Because that's what Fridays are all about. That's a good thing. Look how long VB6 coders have jobs still. Exactly. That was hopefully the point, that I will be doing software development for a long time. Long time. What links do you have for us, Mr. Designer? Contact us about privacy and sitemap. Privacy? Site. Okay, we're definitely going to need more content though. Oh no, I think I cut too many times. Yep. This is that thing that I was talking about where it just kind of freezes for a minute and then it eventually does the thing that you were telling it to do. Like I pushed Control Z like 10 seconds before it actually responded to it. That was annoying. All right, and then this is going to be social links. And this is our socials list. And our socials list for now is going to be the combination of the icon and the name, but we have been given some good information that it might behoove us to just use the icon. And yes, I said behoove, not behoo of, for those of you that are particular about that kind of thing. I class, and those are going to be the social icons. Social icon, and we'll pick the right ones. Not sure what you mean there, Jamie. Oh, which date is the 8th? Also, why Blazor and not a newer language, Express? Because I'm not a JavaScript developer. If I was more strong in JavaScript, I would be using JavaScript frameworks. Also worth dropping into Discord for that can gather, so that Jamie can gather opinions out of sequence. Cool. But yeah, I've been doing C#, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, a little bit of JavaScript, like vanilla JavaScript, not learning any of the frameworks or anything. And so I am absolutely loving being able to write HTML and C# and be able to create a web application without the struggles of like what I had to do with MVC, with sharing state and passing temp variables from between views, between page routes. So you click on a link in one page and then you want to save the state of that page, but you're getting redirected to another page with a full page reload. And then when you go back, the state may have changed, and you weren't really able to control it very easily. And in Blazor, it's like single page application. You can use dependency injection for your state classes. You can use other approaches for it. And it's pretty much the .NET ecosystem running inside of a browser. And I'm familiar with creating apps like that. That was a very terrible explanation of it. Span. And this is going to be the social name. Title. And this will be, for example, what order do you have these in? Ooh, I think I just moved it. That was bad. Back to developer mode. This is why developers need to be in developer mode. That way they don't accidentally move stuff around when they're just trying to navigate. Because developers don't know how to use this Shut up, UI designer. Cut you. Keep testing your luck. I'm just gonna call it X. So the UI designer is okay with calling it Twitter still. I'm gonna call it X. Especially if we're just gonna end up doing only the icon. Oh, you started up that conversation. Good. Let's see. Currently, I'm in a situation where the newer devs are preaching Express or Next over my primarily used language, PHP, but statistically, I know the newer languages are way more competitive than PHP. And Dukasoft is like, don't talk about PHP, I'm on vacation. Reg is saying to Jamie that Blazor was released in 2018, pretty new, relative to all the other JavaScript frameworks. Jamie says to Dukasoft, honestly, I think it comes down to preference and the current job market, depending on the plan. From what I've been watching, you've been doing Blazor straight. Yes. But if you watch someone like TBD, he uses Angular for his front end stuff, and he's very proficient in it, gets a lot done, very familiar with it. So if you do want to watch someone that is doing more than just Blazor, definitely check him out. You can see him here. One more shout out for him. Has it been long enough? It's been long enough. And welcome back, Mojo. Gone for 10 minutes, and the social media words are back. They've been there the whole time. I never removed them from the actual design because I don't want to mess up the designer's design. I'm the developer. We need to take it to him. I wrote notes to him though. Mojo says, I support Next and it feels similar to Blazor if you're already working in C#. Next has the most mature ecosystem in terms of UI packages. Cool. Yeah. And for me, it would be a matter of learning JavaScript, like the methodologies for using JavaScript as a backend, or the methodologies of creating components using JavaScript and using the package ecosystem in JavaScript or TypeScript. You know what I mean? And I do like writing TypeScript when I need to use JavaScript, but I really, 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 really enjoy being able to make an entire application using Blazor. Yeah. I need the actual social media icons. Were there really only 4? There's only 4. Doesn't the company stream on Twitch? My gosh. But I need the social media icons from, let's say, Remix Icon. Do you guys have the social media icons? Actually, what I don't want to do placeholders. I want to make this more official now. Social. Oh, I don't think they have social media icons. They do. I prefer this one. Where do you guys get put? I'm just gonna grab it. So RI Facebook box fill. Oh, and I think the remix icons that I'm using need the RI class name and then the actual icon name. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those to all of them. And so that one was the book face. We had Tweeter, which is X. We're gonna keep Phil, even though they look the same. I'm still gonna pick the one that has Phil. Is this one Tweeter? This one was Tweeter. Guido. Guido Phil. What do you know? and LinkedIn. Pasta, save. Okay, what do you look like? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Oh, did I actually add my external libraries to our SAS compile? I don't think I did. So here's our external libraries that has the remix icons reference, and I did. So why aren't they there? Did it fail to load the resource? Remix icon failed. CDN.js deliver. Remix icon 2.5.0. Excuse me, what is your CDN reference? What do you mean request? Remix icon CDN. I shift entered. Is that the URL that I am using? External libraries. Oh, you know what? It's probably a cores issue. Or it's just not the right reference anymore. Nope, it's the right reference. The one that I had in here was not the right reference, apparently. So I save, let it recompile the SAS. Compiling. Compiled successful. Refresh. No more remix icon error. Therefore, when we go all the way to the bottom and see the social links, they're there, except for X. Probably because that's newer. So let's reference the latest remix icon version, which I think was 4.3. Fall point free, safe. And then we will. So now we have remix icon 4.3, but I'm going to do a hard refresh. And survey says it's there. Cool. All right. So again, I'm keeping in mind your suggestion, Mojo. We aren't doing it now. We're doing it per design, per the UI designer's design. And then we can take anything back, any feedback we get about the site back to the designer. And then they can fix all the mess and be like, yeah, I guess we can get rid of the words. First thing that we need to do is fix this footer. Did Dukasoft just go live? He did. Is this a test run, Duka? He's just getting ready for the raid, which is going to happen in 4 minutes. Okay. All the content is there for the entire page now. So the only thing that should be left is to style it all. So we will do that on Wednesday. For now, I'm going to go to the ending screen, but I'm going to catch up in chat there. We have plenty of time to do that. So you should still see chat. Good. I went back to the code somewhere around Reg's comment. TBD said, if you're in the .NET stack, Blazor is just one option, but it's a solid one supported by Microsoft. That's a reasonable choice. Those people preaching using JS-based frameworks are oftentimes all in the stack, the same way .NET devs are when using something like Blazor. Familiarity. And again, there's nothing wrong with using other technologies. One, if they are appropriate for the thing that you were trying to do. There are some languages that are better at performing tasks or solving problems than others for a given problem. Two, I need to go into Dukasoft's thingy. There. Okay, make me a mod, Dukasoft. One, whatever I was saying, something about using the right tool for the right job. Two, familiarity with the tool itself. So if you are familiar with using .NET ecosystem for solving problems, for making software for client needs, and you're able to do so in a clean way that is maintainable, and all of the other caveats that essentially say make it so that if you are no longer there, other people can still maintain the code. And number three is shooting an arrow at a target at full power at the wrong angle. Better. Make me a mod, Dukasoft. That would be a terrible mod. Not because I would be trolling you or anything, but because I probably wouldn't be doing my job. Anyway, yeah. Plenty of conversation on that. We can pick that up again on Friday. Fridays are our community days where we do talk about these types of topics in greater detail. Mondays and Wednesdays, I am trying to just finish up our current stream project, getting this redesign implemented and styled and everything. So I don't really focus as much on the questions, even though I do often derail myself into those questions. But yeah, that's it for the stream for now. And we are going to head over to our good friend Dukasoft. But that is the end of our stream for today. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I didn't fully catch up in chat. I need to copy the remainder of chat so that I make sure that I respond to it. I read TBD's statement and then I went off on my own thing, and then I'm like, oh wait, I was still trying to catch up in chat. So that is a lot of comments that I just completely breezed over, but you can see them up there. And I'm going to copy this, put it in Notepad, and we will come back to it. But I'm heading out, going to get back to work, chill out on Dukasoft's stream, and we're going to watch the drone video that he has. He says it's about a 20-minute video. I will post the VOD for this video to YouTube at some point in the future. And finally, you can feel free to join us on the Discords. Again, if you're not part of too many servers already, ours is a really laid back, quiet server. So there's a lot of really cool people there. But yeah, we're heading over to Dukasoft. Here we go. And of course, I'm going to have to run immediately after because my bladder's about to pop. But you don't need to know that. Okay, bye.